At a crossroads in a quiet valley, an old wanderer, Eliora, arrives, her kind eyes reflecting years of travel. Her weathered hands rest upon her staff as she surveys the diverging paths before her. One path is smooth and inviting, promising ease. Another, steep and stony, hints at hardship. The third disappears into a thicket of wild thorns, its destination obscured and perilous. Beneath the shade of a large fig tree, she pauses, the weight of her choice evident in her thoughtful gaze. The crossroads hold their breath, waiting for Eliora to decide her fate. At the quiet valley crossroads, Eliora pauses, a shadow of doubt flickering across her face. A young farmer approaches, his brow furrowed with concern as he notices her hesitation. He gestures towards a well-worn path, his voice laced with simple logic. "Why not take the smooth road? It is the quickest," he suggests, unaware of the turmoil within her. At a quiet valley crossroads, Eliora offers a gentle smile, the wind whispering through the tall grass. "The smoothest road often leads to the shallowest well," she muses, her words carrying the weight of unspoken wisdom. She turns, her silhouette framed against the open valley, and begins her solitary walk along the stony path. With each step, she diminishes into the vast landscape, a lone figure embracing the unknown. The path stretches into the distance, symbolizing the journey ahead as she becomes a distant memory against the horizon. Under the relentless sun, Eliora begins her arduous trek along the steep, stony path. Each step is a calculated negotiation with the unforgiving terrain. The path winds sharply, testing her resolve with every upward climb. Heat radiates from the stones, intensifying the physical demand. She presses on, her determination unwavering despite the grueling conditions. Eliora walks along a winding stony path, her footsteps echoing in the stillness. A figure appears in the distance, struggling against the steep incline. A carpenter strains, his muscles bulging as he hauls a heavy load of timber uphill. Sweat beads on his brow, each drop reflecting the harsh glare of the Sunday. The weight of the wood seems to press down on him, a visible burden in the stark landscape. On the stony path, Eliora steps forward without hesitation, her offer of help hanging in the air. Side by side, Eliora and the carpenter grasp the heavy timber, their hands finding purchase on the rough wood. Muscles strain as they lift the timber, the weight a shared burden between them. With each step, their combined strength becomes evident, the task easing under their synchronized effort. The timber shifts, finding a new balance as they navigate the uneven stones, their focus unwavering. A silent understanding passes between Eliora and the carpenter, a bond forged in shared labor and mutual respect. On the stony path, the carpenter's shoulders visibly relax as relief washes over him. A genuine smile graces his weathered face as he looks towards Eliora, his eyes shining with heartfelt gratitude. He reflects on the journey, a profound realization settling in his gaze. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together, the carpenter says, his voice imbued with newfound wisdom. The path stretches onward, a testament to the strength found in unity and shared purpose. Eliora walks on the stony path, her footsteps echoing softly. The path stretches before her, winding through the rugged landscape. A newfound lightness graces her step, a reflection of her invigorated spirit. The sun casts long shadows, painting the stones in hues of gray and amber. Each stride carries her further, hope blossoming with every step. The encounter with the carpenter lingers, a warm ember glowing within her heart. Along a stony path, Eliora approaches a solitary figure by the roadside. A scholar sits hunched, lost in a fervent, self-inflicted debate about life's elusive meaning. His voice rises and falls, a tempest of agitated frustration echoing in the otherwise still air. He appears utterly consumed, a world of philosophical struggle playing out within his own mind. Oblivious to Eliora's approach, he continues his impassioned soliloquy, a lone voice in the wilderness of thought. Eliora moves along the stony path. Her footsteps light upon the dust. She approaches the scholar, her pace measured, her presence a gentle inquiry. Her head tilts slightly, a silent question in her stance as she observes him. Her face is a canvas of curiosity, blended with a thread of concern. She listens intently, her expression mirroring the scholar's inner turmoil. An unexamined life is not worth living, she finally says, her voice soft yet firm. On the stony path, the scholar reels from Eliora's sharp words, his expression shifting from surprise to contemplation. Silence descends as he grapples with the weight of her truth, the air thick with unspoken understanding. In a gesture of profound respect, he slowly bows his head, acknowledging the depth of her insight. The stony path stretches ahead, now imbued with a newfound gravity as the scholar absorbs Eliora's wisdom. Leaving the scholar behind, Eliora resolutely begins her ascent on the stony path. Each step is a testament to her determination as the path winds upwards. The terrain grows harsher, the path now intertwining with sharp, thorny overgrowth. The journey becomes more arduous, testing her resolve with every step. Despite the increasing challenges, Eliora presses on, undeterred. At the thorny path entrance, a barrier of nature's sharpest defenses stands defiant. Eliora arrives, her silhouette framed against the unyielding thicket. The thorny path is overgrown, its dense vegetation a clear deterrent to any traveler. She pauses, her eyes carefully scanning the intimidating barrier, noting every twist and snag. Sunlight filters weakly through the canopy, casting eerie shadows that dance among the thorns. The air is still heavy with the scent of damp earth and the silent challenge of the path ahead. Before Eliora stretches a daunting path, its entrance choked with thorns and gnarled branches, a stark challenge laid bare. Sunlight filters through the oppressive canopy, casting an ethereal glow that belies the path's ominous nature. Eliora pauses at the threshold, the air thick with unspoken anticipation and foreboding. A moment of resolute contemplation etches across her face as she prepares to confront the trial ahead. With quiet determination, she whispers, "The obstacle is the path," a mantra of acceptance and courage. Beneath the harsh daylight, Eliora treads cautiously along the thorny path, her movements deliberate and wary. Each step is a calculated negotiation with nature's sharp defenses as she pushes aside thorny branches with care. Patience etched on her face, she perseveres, knowing the journey demands a slow and steady pace. The path stretches ahead, a relentless gauntlet of thorns and shadows, testing her resolve with every painstaking step. Among the sharp thorns and twisted branches, Eliora's keen eyes spot a burst of color. Hidden berries and useful herbs thrive unexpectedly, offering a promise of nourishment. With careful hands, she gathers the wild bounty, a stark contrast to the harsh surroundings. Eliora finds sustenance and hope in the most unlikely of places, a testament to her resilience. Along the harsh, thorny path, Eliora spots a glimmer of hope, a small, clear stream winding through the wilderness. She eagerly cups her hands, the cool, clear water reflecting the desperate hope in her eyes. The water rushes over her parched lips, offering sweet relief from the oppressive thirst. A visible wave of invigoration washes over Eliora as the stream's coolness soothes her parched throat. Strength renewed, she stands taller, ready to face the thorny path ahead with newfound determination. After what feels like an eternity, Eliora stumbles out of the seemingly endless, thorny path. Her body aches with exhaustion, yet her eyes shine with the light of victory. She pauses, her breath catching in her throat as she takes in the fresh air. Turning back, she gazes upon the formidable path she has conquered, a silent testament to her unyielding spirit. A profound sense of accomplishment washes over her, easing the pain and weariness. The thorny path stands behind her, a symbol of the past now overcome. At the mountain's summit, Eliora arrives, solitary against the vast expanse. The The valley unfolds beneath her, a breathtaking panorama of green and gold. 3 paths, like threads, mark her ascent, a testament to her arduous climb. Alone, she stands, the wind a constant companion, whipping around her in a fierce embrace. Her gaze sweeps the horizon, a silent reflection on the trials endured and the heights achieved. A profound stillness settles over her, a moment of solitary triumph amidst the immensity of nature. On the majestic mountain summit, Eleora stands as a solitary figure against the towering peaks. The wind howls around her, a wild symphony carrying the scent of pine and stone. Her gaze sweeps across the landscape, a mixture of defiance and resolve etched upon her face. She opens her mouth, and her voice rises above the wind's roar, each word a declaration of will. "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how," she proclaims. Her words hang in the air, echoing through the vast expanse as the mountains stand as silent witnesses. At the mountain's summit, Eleora pauses, the wind tearing at her cloak, a solitary figure against the vast sky. Below, 3 paths snake away from the peak, each a distinct and beckoning destiny. Her eyes trace the diverging routes, each promising a different journey, a different end. A moment of contemplation hangs in the air as she considers the lessons etched into her heart by each path. The wind seems to whisper secrets of choices made and futures yet to unfold. Eleora stands at the crossroads, the weight of her decision a palpable force in the mountain air. Atop the mountain summit, the wind fiercely whips around Eleora, a solitary figure against the expansive sky. The sun blazes down upon her, yet she stands firm, an embodiment of unwavering resolve. Her silhouette is sharp against the horizon, a beacon of quiet strength in the face of nature's grandeur. A moment of silent contemplation before she speaks, her voice carrying on the wind. "In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity," Eleora declares, her words echoing with conviction across the mountain. Bathed in the golden light of the high-altitude sun, Eleora begins her descent from the mountain summit. A newfound serenity radiates from her as she walks, each step measured with purpose. The wisdom gleaned from her journey transforms her very essence, her eyes reflecting the vastness of the landscape. She carries the mountain's silence within her, a beacon of peace returning to the world below. Beneath the ancient fig tree, Eleora radiates serenity, her gentle smile, a beacon in the quiet valley. The air hangs still, thick with the sweet scent of wildflowers as travelers gather near. Eleora, now a teacher, offers her wisdom, her words carrying the weight of experience. Each listener is captivated, their faces reflecting the dawning of new understanding. The valley breathes with the promise of enlightenment, nurtured by her guiding presence. In the quiet valley, sunlight weaves through the trees, painting the travelers' faces with light and shadow. Eleora stands before the weary travelers, her steady gaze reflecting a quiet strength. Wisdom is not in the road itself, but in how one walks it, Eleora declares, her words echoing through the valley. The travelers listen intently, their eyes reflecting a mix of weariness and dawning anticipation. A gentle breeze carries Eleora's message of self-discovery and resilience to the far reaches of the tranquil valley.